Now we've got a basic sleeve that we're going to alter to make it a little bit more fitted, and the fit really comes through by adding this dart at the elbow here, and this you can see that it gives the sleeve a bit of a swing forward, which is more like the arm, like our arms do generally swing forward. They're not straight, flat, perpendicular to the floor. And we've also, our regular sleeve is wider than this at the hem as well. So it's got more fit in the shape, and also it's closer fitting around the wrist here too. So we're starting with with our basic fitted sleeve block, and we're just going to trace it out.
So how did you find that middle line there? Was that just halfway, or?
I actually got this line, I measured the dummy and found the length. So this line, good point Libby, is 15.5 down from the shoulder, and then across at right angles to the grain line there.
So on the dummy it was 31 from the shoulder point.
Exactly, in full scale, yes, it was 31 centimetres down. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, 15.5 half scale. Yeah, thanks, Libby. So now we're going to add in the dart. So we're going to we're going to make the dart 1 centimetre in half scale, so it's a 2 centimetre dart. It's not a very big dart, but it does make just enough difference. So from the other side here, we're just going to swing this side down until it touches our 1 centimetre mark there, and then just going to go down on both sides here.
At this point too, does the grain line stay true to the grain line on the head part of the sleeve?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll continue. We'll just go back to our beginning spot there and just draw in that grain line.
It's easy to lose track of grain lines on sleeves, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Shaped.
So that'll be our grain line, and you can see how, like originally the grain line was here, it's parallel to that elbow, and now it's come down, so that the dart that we've added in has caused the back underarm seam to get long. Well, actually it's not getting longer, but it's changing shape, so the sleeve hem goes slightly onto the bias there. So now we have to draw in the end of the dart. So we just go halfway, and then from that point there, put it on a big number, like a 40 or a 30, and then we're going to come back from that 4 centimetres and then draw in the arms of the dart. So it's 4 centimetres half scale, 8 centimetres full scale.
So when you were doing that, what did you have the ruler square to the grain line or anything? How were you?
No. I found halfway
yeah,
between our dart there, and then I lined that up with the with this line over here.
Yeah, okay.
And that they're on the same level, and then from that point I measured 4 centimetres through there to get the end, and then took it back to those two other points that I had.
So that'd be 8 in full scale. So.
Yeah, exactly, yep. And with the turn back, the dart actually it folds down, so we continue that line down this line to the centre, and then it comes out slightly, and then it goes down, so that when this point here folds up to this, the dart turn back goes down. And then the end of our dart, we just have to come back half a centimetre in half scale, 1 centimetre back from the end in full scale, and that's our dart done. So the other thing we can do too is we can tighten the wrist here a little bit. So this is in a half scale. This is 23 centimetres, so 23 centimetres, 11.5 half scale, 23 full scale. And a wrist measurement's about 17 centimetres, so we have 6 centimetres ease between this, the hem measurement of the shirt, of the sleeve. And so that's 6 centimetres ease we have. So I thought, well, we can probably get rid of 3 centimetres of that, and that'll probably work out. It'll end up being about the same as this here on my cuff, that as the hem measurement. So if we're taking 3 centimetres off, that means we need to reduce each of these widths here.
And that won't be too much to actually get it over the hand. You still got that.
No, it's still got 3 centimetres. 3, but actually that's a good point. If you want to make it as tight as possible, you can actually put your hand in like this and measure around your hand, and whatever that measurement is the bare minimum that you would need for the sleeve hem. So 3, I've actually just taken off 3 there. I was supposed to do half of that. So it's 0.75 mark. So it's not that one, it's actually this one.
Is it 1.5 or 0.75?
1.5, so it's
point. 3 total, yeah.
Yeah, 3 half scale, we're reducing it. Sorry, 3 full scale, we're reducing it.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
0.75.
So 1.5 total, or 75 off each.
Yeah. And so we're just taking that back up to our underarm point there, and the same here. And then once we've reduced our hem, then we can add seam allowances. So we'd be adding 1 centimetre seam allowance to the sleeve head along the back, both underarm seams, and then a decent hem. And a decent hem would be 3 centimetres, or doing 1.5, half scale here. And to get our turn back for our hem, if we come up from the fold, if we come up the 1.5, and then with our grading ruler, the line on our grading ruler following the fold of the hem, and we come up here until the 1.5 touches that spot, and go down to down the bottom here, 1.5 down from the fold, and thinking of the fold as being a mirror, and then we take that back in to get us our turn back. If you struggle to get your head around this, you can actually fold along this line and then add the seam allowances, and then if you cut along that line, it'll automatically give you your fold back. And the same on the other side here. So from our fold, measure up 1.5, bring the forward, it's a bit hard to see. Bring it forward until this line is still on the fold, but the 1.5 is touching the mark there. Go down to the other side and then take it back. So this is your hem on here, and so 1 centimetre, 1 centimetre, 1 centimetre seam allowances, and that will give you this piece here.
And really important to notch those dart arms and mark the
the
point too. Otherwise, you may forget to sew it, and then you'll wonder why it doesn't actually, why they're not.
Yes, and then you'll do this, and you'll sew down to the bottom, and then you'll go, oh, it's not. Yeah, and then you'll chop it. So it actually needs to be sewn as a little dart, like you can see here. So literally, and so that so the point of your elbow should sit into the end of the dart. That's what the dart's making room for, is your elbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our fitted sleeve with the dart elbow.